like a jingle. By the way, what happened to jingles? Because I thought there used to be them, but now we don't have them anymore.
Yeah, and bring them back.
Please bring them back. I was watching I went down some Instagram rabbit hole where it was clips of commercials from the 80s and 90s. Every single commercial. It didn't even matter. Banger.
Can we think of our favorites? Because I can't even think of one right now.
It's a ring around your finger, ring pop. It's a juicy fruity flavor, ring pop. It's a lollipop without a stick. It's a ring of flavor you can lick.
I've never heard that in my life.
That's ring pop.
What about...
Which I was considering putting in our giveaway bags because of the badass theme song.
Yeah.
For our Brain Candy meetup or live trivia event, you know. I feel like pizza rolls had a good one.
Bring back Jingles.
Like there were some Jello. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
There were some good jingles. I can't think of any jingles now. Bologna had names back then.
I mean, that was the best one.
That was the best one. That was a good one because I didn't even eat bologna, but I knew every word to that song.
But yours had a first name.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. It's just I was just thinking about that we needed to bring back the jingle.
Right. I like it. I like that we have a cause. This is our cause now.
Yeah. And I feel like I could have been a good jingle writer.
For sure.
I make up songs about anything anyway.
Right.
So,
why not get paid for it?
Why not get paid?
All right. Well, do you have anything you want to share anecdotally?
No.
People do love your stories.
I'll let you know if I... People what?
People love your stories.
Well, I'll let you know if I think of anything good, jingle worthy.
Listen to this sad story, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't actually going to share it, but now I don't know why. It's just coming out of me. I don't even know how I stumbled upon it, but I was doing some work on the Brain Candy Instagram.
Yeah.
And I learned, you know how there's fun facts?
I am familiar with the fun fact. Yes. Go on. Some may say I make it into my entire personality, but okay. Yes. Carry on.
Well, whatever the opposite of this, of a fun fact is what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, no.
For me personally. Somewhere in the back end of Brain Candy Instagram is some sort of area where you're able to see that, like, I guess you and I are associated with it in such a way that it's able to tell. And I have the screenshot to prove it. This is a fact.
What's happening?
This is an unfun fact.
Oh, no.
75% of the people.
Okay. Go on.
Okay. If there was ever any doubt of who's like fucking the star of this show, 75% of the people who follow the Brain Candy Instagram follow Sarah Louise.
Oh, thank you, listeners.
What percentage of those people follow Susan Louise?
Well, this is a terrible game to play.
Sure is.
Well, I would have said it would be equal, 72%.
Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have felt like, all right, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
What would have been an insulting number?
I mean, anything below 50, I'm going to be mad at.
Yes, that would have been, that's below insulting. That's just, let's end it. My number is 55.
Okay, good. It's not below 50.
So
Thank God.
I have a message for the 20% of people who follow Sarah Louise and my fucking show.
Right.
But are like, no thank you to her one-hit wonder of the day and pretty much nothing else. It's not like I'm
arguably
posting
a better Instagram, so
well,
there's more fun things going on.
I think you would lose that argument because the numbers don't lie, Sarah. And guess what? Like, I would understand it if I were fucking, one of those people that like, not like so many like stories. There's like so many dots up there.
Oh, right. Oh,
there
yeah.
might be two a day.
You're
and
you
don't
the
have
right
to watch
amount.
it. And then I don't post like pretty much any pictures.
It's the lesbian thing. If you came out, then that would be 100%.
Do you think it's like, well, I really don't know. It's just they don't like me is what I don't want to accept.
I think you're reading too far into that. I think maybe
I think you're not reading enough into it.
Maybe you're right.
And I'm really, I hope you appreciate
all
that
of my followers.
I just want you to appreciate my vulnerability in sharing that with you.
I do. And I see you
Thanks.
as
she likes my content.
It's number one. Way better than mine.
Can you believe that?
I can't. I'm mad.
It's rude. It's
Guys,
rude.
What are you doing? Follow
if you're
suit.
listening to this show and not following me on Instagram and following Sarah, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what you're doing. What is that? You pick a side.
They did, clearly.
No, but I mean, do you like brain candy or not? Why are you following brain candy?
It's probably dudes.
They love you and not me?
No, I'm just saying if we're going to blame it on somebody, don't blame that. It's probably.
I liked it better when we were blaming lesbians.
Okay, let's blame lesbians then. Let's go back to that.
No, it's fine. You know what? I wouldn't follow me either. Okay.
It's probably just like the feet people who are like, that extra 20%, but it's just like feet people who are like, I'm hoping that I can catch some on the Brain Candy podcast post as well. And that's it. It's just that.
For real, like anything you say is like actually still gonna hurt my feelings. Like if you said it's probably
I'm gonna unfollow everybody and just follow Susie. I'm gonna do one of those moves. Like full of Justin Bieber, like that feels like something he would do.
Totally.
Right.
You know what? I'm just saying, can you please follow me? Because it's actually hurting my feelings. And I am not only am I way more sensitive than Sarah secretly, that everyone should know, but they don't really know because they think I'm like a bitch. Oh. But also, I pay way closer attention.
This is 100% true.
So much so, by the way.
Zero attention.
You know how one thing I noticed? What? Somebody that was watching my stories yesterday and did say hoot and holler.
And whoa.
The guy that lost his hard drive in the garbage dump.
No way! Get the fuck out. He's listening right now. Hello, sir. Hello,
James,
sir. We
James, why didn't you follow me though?
Get the fuck out. The guy.
Because I follow him.
I'm sorry. That's way cooler than anybody following me or my stories or anything.
No, it's not. But it is funny because I followed him. And then you know how people go and like see, who is this? And then he looked and was like, no thanks.
He was like, she doesn't have any clues of where that hard drive is. She's of no use to me.
I was just like, oh my God, James is watching my story about the ZZ Top fan that I befriended.
That's so funny.
What a treat. And I screenshot it, so I'm going to put that in my story. Anyway, see, this is why you should follow me. It's hilarious.
Know. Funny things.
Okay. That is hilarious, I will say.
It is funny.
Okay. We have a story that is pretty much made for brain candy.
Oh, okay.
Breaking news. BBC is reporting that there is a killer whale incest problem.
Oh God. Why is this brain candy material? I hate this story.
Because guess what happened?
Oh no.
So in France, they have one of these like SeaWorld equivalents.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
And they have been outlawed.
Yes.
But the problem is, what are you going to do? Just send them,
I talked about this a little bit ago. Yes. It's like stranded, yes.
Exactly. And you said how like they were in these little bathtubs basically and their bacteria is growing and like, what are we going to do with these guys? Because
what are we doing here?
Shamu and Free Willy are just hanging out and nobody's doing anything about it. Well, apparently people are doing something about it and here's what they're doing. Okay. There is a male killer whale in an enclosure with his mother. However, the male has reached adolescence.
Okay. Oh no.
And everybody in France is fighting about what to do with these killer whales. And in the meantime, this little boy reached puberty.
Oh God.
And
animals
he would like
going to be animals
to sort it out. And so, you know, these animal rights activist groups, they're always on the case.
Right.
And so they got overhead footage.
Oh no.
Of the trainers jerking off.
Oh, no! To avoid a situation where he impregnates it. Right, what else are you going to do? This is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. I mean, I hate that this is the what's the alternative? Jesus Christ, Susie.
Sarah, it's hilarious, but it's not. It's serious, but it's so funny. Because the picture, and it's the BBC, like they are trying their hardest to be serious.
So hard to be serious.
But they're like, one trainer is holding the flipper and the other is manually, knowing the the killer whale. And then they had to separate them. So the mom is in like the second pen, like looking over.
Oh my God.
At her son being jerked off.
I can't take it. This isn't animal cruelty in a way. It's help. It's like
compassionate care.
It's compassionate care for the animal, but like, and we're helping the mom. We're doing what we got to do here. But
yeah, because they get real. In addition to the banging, they also get violent. Evidently, I don't know what goes on. I mean, sometimes that happens with humans too, but we don't tolerate it. But
oh my God,
in the animal kingdom, things go crazy. And I'm just saying that, like, can you imagine if you just loved animals so much, right? And you worked your whole life and you dedicated your life to becoming an expert in marine life. And then next thing you know, you're jerking off a killer. God,
I can't. I just want to know if it's like the guy who drew the short straw or the long straw that day.
I don't know. Like, what is the worst job? And in the photograph I saw, they did not seem concerned about what was going to
happen.
The blowhole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I just think, like, wait, why aren't you worried about what is going to come out of it?
I don't know how to finish that statement or answer that question.
And they are saying, like, listen, this is something that is nice. It's benevolent. But the animal rights people are like, this is the only time you would do this is if you want to collect semen, and you shouldn't be doing that because this boy killer whale, he's already inbred.
Oh God,
he's a product of incest, and so if you keep doing that, you're going to end up with some real.
What happens?
Yeah, if you're going to keep doing the inbreeding, trouble. All right. Anyway, we don't have to keep talking about it. I'm just saying maybe they could sort that out in a different way that is not disgusting.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you what's not disgusting, and that is my wardrobe thanks to Daily Look.
Absolutely.
It's cute as a button. That's what it is.
And sometimes, like, that whole shopping nightmare feels disgusting to me. Just
Sarah's funny because if I wanted to go shopping, she would be psyched to go with me.
I want to go for you, but I don't want to go for me.
Right.
I need somebody else to do all that.
Yes, but
tell me what to wear.
Need help, she's on board. And I feel
can't.
like that's how the stylists are at Daily Look. They are ready to help you. They are going to get you what you want. You take a quiz and you fill out like what style you enjoy and what you need clothes for. And then they send you a box and it's all real good stuff.
Real good stuff. Real good quality. Amazing materials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really flattering. And really is just like what you want. And then you send back anything you don't happen to want. You can try up to 12 premium pieces per box. And like we said, it's a real person doing it. It's not like some robot scenario. And it's time for you to get your own personal stylist with Daily Look. Head to dailylook.com and take that style quiz and use code BRAINCANDY for 50% off your first order. Once again, that's dailylook.com for 50% off. And make sure you use our promo code BRAINCANDY so they know we sent you. One last time, dailylook.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. And thanks to everybody that uses our code because it does help so much.
Mm-hmm.
All of our codes are on thebraincandypodcast.com if you happen to forget. Okay, let's move on. That was unsavory. Oh, I can't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have not discussed the Bill Belichick relationship. Am I
Oh
right?
my God, no.
Okay, but we need
It's
to.
crazy we haven't discussed this.
Okay, if
You
you're
mean
not-
the abusive relationship that he's in with
You mean elder abuse?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so if
Like,
you're
Bill,
not familiar,
blink twice if you're safe.
yeah, right. The call is coming from inside the house.
Right.
Bill Bellichek is a storied NFL football coach who was coaching like Tom Brady and those guys forever, and I think he's one of the winningest coaches in history, and he's like heralded. Whatever.
Really made sleeveless sweatshirts a thing.
Yeah, he has a unique sense
pulling
of
off
style.
like a Bill Belichick look with this sweater I'm wearing today. Like
Sarah's shirt is an homage to Bill Belichick pre-Jordan Hudson. Okay, so I really wasn't too invested in the story at first because it seemed like the old cut and paste, old man, young hot
gal
lady routine. And that's not terribly interesting.
Right. We've heard that before.
And I think most men even were just sort of like, yeah, you go for it. Knock yourself out, guy.
Right.
But then things got weird.
Yup.
How would you describe it?
I would say well, it was the interview that he did that really did it for me. So he did an interview with Dateline, somebody? Who the fuck did he do it
Somebody
with?
legit. I think it was like CBS Sunday Morning.
Or like, yeah, something like that. Or like, some morning thing. And it was like she was his handler. And she would interrupt and not allow him to answer certain questions. Like one question, like how they met.
Yeah. Seems pretty
She
straightforward.
was like, don't answer that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that. Which then makes me think, well, how did you meet? Now I really want to know. I didn't care so much before. I just assumed the app. I assumed
it's like
Raya.
the Streisand effect.
But now I'm thinking you're like, what, I don't know.
Okay. And like, for me, things got weird earlier. Things got weird for me when he was participating in her Instagram posts, and she would like clearly be the art director of these posts, and they were doing like themes where he would dress up as like a seaman, and she would be like, or like a fisherman, and she would be a mermaid.
Okay. And not Halloween?
He's in costume. No.
Oh, that's odd. I have to see this. What
he
do
is
you
like
mean?
in his 70s. I think he's 74 and she's 24 or something like that. We're talking like
that's
generations.
Right.
And he was participating in these costumed, hokey, ridiculous things where even if you were the same age, it would be embarrassing.
Oh, I see. The fisherman on the seashore with the mermaid. Okay.
Right. And he would like hold her up and she would pose them. And it was starting to get like humiliating for this very storied, legitimate, accomplished man in his golden years. And even then, I think people were just like, okay, this guy is so psyched to get laid to this hot young thing that he's making a fool of himself on Instagram. But then when you put together that with the interview you saw where he was like, it seemed like he didn't know how to answer unless she coached him.
Right.
Like he was being held against his will.
Yeah, like he's kidnapped or something.
And he was wearing like a stained or like a ripped shirt. Like it's just weird. I guess he's always been like that, but you would think she would maybe get him a few new shirts or something.
Please. So that feels like that interview was a long time ago.
Yeah, so the reason I bring it up now is because he just coached his first college game, and everybody was sure. I guess it was UNC. Everybody was sure UNC was going to win because they got Bill Bellichek.
Right.
And They didn't. And they didn't by a mile. Like, I think it was 48-0 or something crazy.
Ooh, no.
And he hired, like, the reason why it's scandalous is he cleaned house. Like, he got rid of the whole coaching staff. He hired his sons. They recruited new players. People moved schools and uprooted their lives, and all on the promise that he's going to be who he says he is, when really it's like, you didn't win much after Tom Brady left.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, maybe it was just Tom Brady.
Maybe, right.
And the cheating.
Oh, my God.
Because wasn't that Deflategate? Weren't they?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Anywho, so now it's like, for a while I thought, hey, I kind of love this. I love that we're getting a new script of, like, the old man and the hot young thing. Like, she's taken over. And I thought, I kind of love this.
Yeah, we are getting a new script.
But then when he sucked so hard at the game, I thought,
oh, no.
This ain't great. Because now
like,
she's
what's in it for, I mean, besides the obvious? Like, this is somebody who's attracted to power and taking it in a way.
Although she is insisting on having all the power, so it feels more exploitative, almost like Anna Nicole Smith with that wheelchair guy. Whereas, like, this guy used to be really amazing, and then he got old and had some declines, and then she swooped in and was like, give me your money. And that's why I don't understand why Bill Belichick's kids aren't like, what are you doing?
Right, and she seems to be sticking out that for the long haul, that
it's embarrassing for him. So I guess I want
73 you to be... and 24. I'm sorry, but that is just...
Unless you're just banging...
I don't know what your what a 73-year-old and a 24-year-old have in common.
Nothing. And that's why, like, we're fine with it if you're just, like, honest about it. Like, you're just hot and heavy, and she's in it for the money. She's a gold digger, and he wants to bang her.
Yes.
What I don't love as much is when, like, it does feel like elder abuse.
Yeah, it does a little.
So just tell me, should we be excited that finally the, like, sort of young woman is actually the pulling the strings? Maybe the jury's out for us.
I don't like any kind of, like, manipulative relationships under false pretenses, or, like, I don't like any of it. It doesn't feel that great.
Feels gross to you.
Super gross.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Okay, so both are villains. Let's do that.
Yeah. But now I kind of feel like Bill Bellichek is more of a victim now. I don't know. We'll have to see.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. I'm leaning more on...
They're banging. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're banging.
You know what?
Because there's no other reason for him to be with that harlot. Right. It's like the one time I don't say hooker, and it's probably the only time it's true. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I wonder how his wife feels.
You mean the original wife?
Yeah, his original wife.
Right. This lady's the death rattle wife.
I mean, yeah, the death rattle wife. Because she was real beautiful, too.
Was she?
His ex-wife. They were married for 29 years.
They
divorced in 2006.
She got her money and got the hell out of there before he got weird. I say good for her.
Yeah.
Jordan Hudson, wackadoo.
Interesting.
I kind of love it, though. Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Next up. There was a delightful article in the New Yorker about the Great British Baking Show.
Oh, my antidepressants. Yes, I love it.
And everyone should read it because there was a lot in there, and it's just fun to hear about. And I was worried that it was going to ruin the show for me, you know, because I thought, oh no, what if they tell me that's, like, contrived or whatever? Because I don't want, it's like the last thing we have.
It really is. Like, leave the British Baking Show alone.
Yeah. But it wasn't that. And it was written by a contestant, which is unusual in the New Yorker. They're not usually like a, you know, confessional type of place. But She was a contestant on season 3, which was before I started watching. It was when that other judge was on there, Mary.
Yeah. I've gone back and watched all of them now.
Okay, this is Ruby. She was real pretty with like curly brown hair.
Ruby.
And I think she didn't win, but she made the finals. And so you would probably recognize her.
Okay.
Gano, I think was.
Oh, yes. She's very cute.
Very cute. Okay, so she was describing how the show works and all the fun behind the scenes of reality TV that we like to talk about and that people like to hear. But part of what I really enjoyed reading about was how the show has this dilemma of they are totally committed to casting people that are not interested in fame.
Right.
And that gets real hard when you are such a popular show. And pretty much everybody that's going to audition is somebody that's like kind of into what happens after you're on the show. And so their casting process they described as like being really challenging now, because if they sniff out any sort of like, you're not here for the right reasons.
Right. They love to say that in reality shows.
Eliminate them, and they're running out of people. And that there aren't that many.
They've baked all the bakers in all of Great Britain.
But Ruby was pointing out how even by the 3rd season, which they're now on, they're like, I don't know, whatever it is, 15th or something.
Yeah, right.
Even by her season, most of the people auditioning were people who had fallen in love with the show and then learned to bake to get on.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not really, the premise is sort of false to begin with. It's not amateur bakers who just, like, come on the show. It's people
And now they're, like, children who grew up watching it, who are now adults.
Yeah, and that's, like, why they're baking in the first place is because they love the show, but also kind of because they want to get on the show.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So that was interesting to me. And then I've also thought you would find it interesting that there was a particular moment early on when they had that host named Sue.
Mm-hmm.
She's like Leslie vibes. I don't know if she's
love her.
actually. Yeah. Like real funny and everything. And it was still, I think it was also in that 3rd season. And they were filming something that never went on TV, but she had tripped and just continued talking. Like, I think she had fallen and just kept talking. And then they decided, like, this is our move. We're going to be, like, almost like acknowledging that we're making a show.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought, here's what the way that it was worded in the New Yorker that I thought you would find interesting. It said, okay, anyone trying to get a reality show off the ground eventually has to reckon with an essentially Shakespearean question. Are we making a play here, or a play within a play? Is the format, the set, the show, the structure, the million contrivances part of the joke? And that is, so it's like basically real world,
right,
versus Traders or now Bake Off, where we're all talking about this is a show and we're doing a thing. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, which one is it?
Yeah, it's like they decided to take the path of like, they'll like nod to the camera, like they acknowledge sometimes.
Yes, they do. They look at that fourth wall is broken or whatever.
Yeah. And I wonder like what you prefer, or is it just dependent?
I like when they break that that we're all here.
Yeah.
I think you almost need that in reality shows now.
Isn't that funny that to do that, which is destroying the documentary essence, actually makes it feel more legitimate?
Absolutely, it does. That is really interesting. We've come full circle or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right with that.
Other thing feels like a lie. Like, okay, we're gonna pretend like they don't know the camera's there.
It reminds me of when we watched the most recent season of The Challenge, and John A was the replacement, and she goes, "TJ called me to." TJ didn't fucking call you.
What are we doing?
All know that the host of the show didn't call you.
It's infantilizing the audience.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah. So some PA did that's making minimum wage and hates their life. That's who called you.
Let's be real.
So I think that it's what you said. It's a full circle thing where we've gone so far down this road
Yep.
that now we have to acknowledge it for it to feel authentic.
For it to feel like this is an authentic reality show, or else you're trying to pretend. Like, yeah, interesting.
And then the final thing that I wanted
love
to
that
mention
show
to
so
you, but I
much.
do encourage everyone to read the article because it was just fun, was that within like the group of former cast members, I guess maybe it's a Facebook group or just a text thread or whatever it is, there's like sort of animosity or just sort of judgment towards any cast member that they think like wanted to win too much. Like this British sense of like, we're not supposed to look like we want it.
Right. That is kind of the that's why I love the show. It's, even when they win, they're like, it's almost like they wanted to go to the next guy.
Right, like it's embarrassing
It's
to win.
embarrassing for them. Oh my gosh, don't look at me. I can't believe that I'm here. Like, yeah.
And that is something we cannot relate to.
No.
Okay, so that was
And
cute,
that's, I think that's probably why I love that show Taskmasters too, because it's so in your face clear that what they're doing is pulling the strings. They're like, we are intentionally
that's
going
the
to fuck
essence of
with
the
you,
show.
and that is the essence of the show, and everybody knows about it, and we will look at the camera and talk about it, and I like that.
You know why
like,
I bet
good,
you like that extra amounts is because, do you remember after Johnny took the money and, you know, then you're there with all these people who filmed it and orchestrated it.
Right.
And they're just like, kind of like, don't want you to be mad at them.
Right.
For having done to you what they did to you.
Exactly.
And sort of putting it on Johnny.
Yes. And this show
to play the
goes,
game that they created.
This is our show. Yes, that is literally the only thing we do here. Yes, and that's I'm for that. I've been thinking about that recently. I'm like, maybe I should spend enough time where I should. There are all these like other kinds of reality shows that are coming out where it's like you are in your hotel room and you may be the one with $1 million. And then you have to like not let anybody else know you're the one who has $1 million. And I almost feel like I want to audition as this former reality star who's like, hey, I used to do this and it was weird. And now I figure, let me do this in a new way. That's probably boring. But
no, because I think that that's part of what fucks us up is they want it to seem like it's real, like real life, but it's also a game.
Right.
And so I think you're craving where we all agree it's a game.
Right.
And that's the whole thing.
Right. Just that.
Not about our lives and our dad abusing us. And
you don't use that. Right.
Run naked down 1 mile or eat a cake.
Just bake this cake. Right. Just bake this cake.
Right.
And
just
here are the ingredients.
Or find the $1 million or whatever. Like, we were forced to be in limbo between reality and a game show. And
totally. And that's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally weird.
I'm glad we got
Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. This is just a small little bit, but it's like on my mind because it's like, what the heck? There was a study that was done on cancer patients and they found, so you know how there's always those debates about like, what's better, being an early bird or a night owl? And like, you know, there's some people that are drawn to each of those things. And this it was Derek Thompson's Substack, and Derek Thompson, I really love him. He's a great journalist.
I know that Substack. Yeah.
And he usually writes for like The Atlantic and stuff. I'm sure you've read a ton of his stuff. But he was talking about how they did a study on cancer patients that showed that people that got their transfusions before 11:30 a.m. lived years longer.
What?
Than people who got them later in the day.
What's up with
that? It's so disturbing. It was like, okay, a year, I should say. They lived a year longer. And the theory is that the immune system in your body is like restored when you wake up, and so your body's at like peak performance.
I can see that.
I can see it too, but like that is a long
That is
time.
really crazy, yeah. Well, and it's crazy to have those results and then still give people transfusions after 11 a.m. What are we doing here?
That's so true. Right. Well,
I mean, maybe if you need it, if it's life or death, but like if I'm going to schedule, if it's like you're just
it's a routine for cancer treatment,
you know, early.
Right. Because then they were talking about how, so the whole newsletter was about the ways in which being an early bird benefits you health-wise.
Oh,
and
Jesus. Okay.
That even if you're not, you should like kind of like just try real hard because of all these reasons. So it said they did a study and they had people wake up before 4:30 a.m. And this was Indian
What are we
people.
doing here?
Well, I mean, they were just they wanted to see
Jesus.
what was best or whatever. And this was based on the traditional Indian astrological calculations, whatever that is. And then a control group was allowed to sleep in. And after 20 days...
What is sleeping in? Till 6? Hang on.
I don't know why they picked that time. That is
Jesus Christ.
Aggressive. Kelly always says to me, because I leave my bestie Kelly like voice notes all the time, and I'm leaving them like, you know, when I get up, which is at 5, and she's just like, when do you sleep? Right. And it like makes her upset. But anyway, after 20 days, the early risers showed a significant improvement in verbal and memory tasks.
Okay.
Like that is a big deal. It said like that. That's not a long period of time to be waking up early and to have.
Here's what I want to know, though.
Okay.
Is there? What time are we going to bed? Because it almost feels like that has a lot to do with it, too.
Okay, so yeah, like we don't know whether they went to bed both groups at the same time or.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't have anything.
No, you're right though. I would love to know more detail.
I just want to know. Like maybe this has something to do with being more in line with the actual, like you're matching your circadian rhythms to daylight hours, and if that has something to do with the heightened immune response. We need more of that. We need more follow up.
Okay, well I'll send you the newsletter that you can read more detail, but I'm sure the study itself would be more, you know, showing how they did it. But then they showed. He talked about the study they did with food, and they had like people eating the exact same food, and one would eat it at like, you know, early bird 4:30 or 5 p.m. and the other one would have it later in the evening. Yeah. And just how big of a difference it was in weight loss and stuff.
Yeah, which, that's crazy.
When you're talking about the same number of calories and everything.
It's really weird.
It's consequential.
Yeah.
And anyway, I just think that that's fascinating, especially when it comes to like cancer and you know, longevity.
Absolutely. That is really interesting. And just like learning those things, we learned what mechanisms are at play there and how can we use those to our advantage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm using to my advantage, and that is Nutrafol. And you should be using it too if you want amazing hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. And one of those 1.5 million people is yours truly, Suze. Here's why. I had a hair incident at the salon. Half of my hair ended up in the garbage can, and I was in a panic because I wanted gorgeous locks and I wanted them fast. And this is the gold standard. This stuff is, I don't know how they do it, but it is science, and it will help you. If you're, maybe you feel like your hair looks thinner because of stress, or you just had a baby, or your hormones are affecting how quickly you feel like your hair is growing, this is the daily routine for you. And hair makes such a difference in your confidence. Believe me, I know. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code BrainCandy Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. I'm telling you, it's magic. All right, moving on. Okay, did you read about the lawsuit where people are suing because they paid extra to sit in a window seat, but there was no window?
No, but I would also be pissed about that.
Yeah, I want to be in on that.
I want to be in on that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you know how airlines nickel and dime you for every darn thing.
I totally know.
Right? It's always like $20 here, $50 here, whatever. But then you get on the plane and you think, okay, I picked the seat I want.
Yeah.
And I paid the premium for it. And then next thing you know, you're sitting at a wall.
I know. I've been there and I hate it.
Everyone hates it. It's fucked up.
It used to be a window right next to every seat. And then they said, could we get 2 more aisles on here?
That got weird.
And so they got all off in their centering.
Yes, I didn't know why.
That's why. Because they squeezed in another fucking seat.
And then you get like 1 inch of one.
And so now everybody's a little bit off. And it doesn't match up. And so every like 5 seats, you got to be like staring at the wall.
That's crazy. I did not know what made that happen. But I mean, all this lawsuit is really going to do is have them rename it from a window to just like a wall. That's really all that's going to happen. And then you're going to pay for the wall seat.
They're going to call it like, what would they call it instead of, because wall sounds dumb.
Inside seat or like.
Yeah.
What else would you call it?
I hate it. I feel like this could be like a slight workaround to get them to widen the seats to give us more space, because everybody's got to be entitled. If you're selling a win, this is like one of those clever.
This could be the thing.
Yeah, why I love like lawsuits that seem frivolous but actually have a point to them, like that, where it's like, nope. If you're gonna sell us a window seat, then you've got to actually provide a window seat, or else it's false advertising.
Yeah.
And that's how we get them to move back. But you're right. They're going to fucking change the name of it to not window seat. Now it's going to be called something different.
Well, and because the problem is that like a lot of people choose a window seat for maybe they have motion sickness or something that the window is actually important about. It's not just like, you love a window with all your heart.
Also, if you're paying extra, who gives a shit what it's for?
I cannot wait until we hit a breaking point with the airline industry and things get sorted out.
Oh, isn't there some airline that was trying to have standing room where they had these seats that almost look like little saddles that you could sit in? It's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. I think was it Spirit?
I mean, it feels Spirit adjacent, or like Ryanair, like something in Europe that's like doing.
Well, I've had it and I love it. So keep up the good work, litigious people. Because this is great. I mean, it's just Delta and United. The other airlines, when you go to add on the window element, it'll say like there is no window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the certain airlines will say.
I have not seen that. Yeah.
But other airlines.
Delta and United, you're supposed to be the good one. You're supposed to be the fancy ones. What are you doing?
Fuck that guy. Whoever's
that guy
in charge of windows on airlines. Okay. I just wanted to talk about that.
It does make me laugh so much every time I go to. I've had to, in a pinch when there's nothing else available. I will fly on that Frontier flight to California when I have had to, like, it's a quick flight. I'll do it. When you fly on Frontier from Denver Airport, they send you to essentially the basement. You go down to, they put the Frontier terminal like way far away. You have to go down. You go from being in this beautiful, huge atrium and open airspace to 6-foot ceilings with like carpet, like stuff, mysterious wetness dripping onto the carpets. It's like everything gets weird down there. It is another world, and makes me laugh every time. So,
well, And is it that much of a price difference? Like, what are you saving normally?
Well,
You think hundreds?
if you're doing like I was, where I'm just going there for literally one day to get fingerprinted and then to fly back, like that, I'm not bringing any bags. I'm not. So it is cheaper for me to do that. It was like $65
Yeah.
versus $300 and something.
Yeah, I'll go to the basement for that.
Yeah, for like a savings of $300.
Okay.
That's but under normal circumstances, I will happily pay the extra $50 to not have to.
Right,
like,
it's cost benefit. We're always weighing.
to get an actual armrest that's not, feeling like I'm sitting on a toilet seat.
Okay. The next thing I wanted to say is something that is very relatable to me. I saw an article that said that about 50% of adults are buying kids' meals at restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
And I am participating in this, especially at Chipotle and McDonald's.
I think this is fine.
I think it's fine and great. And I just wondered, number one, do you ever do that?
I haven't in a while because nothing's really.
You don't really go to places like that.
Yeah, I haven't really been to places like that
Yeah.
in a while. And
Well, Lincoln's a Chipotle guy, and so he always
I
wants
didn't
to
know
go.
that there was an option at Chipotle for kids.
It's the best one.
What is it?
It's tacos. You can choose soft or hard, and then you get 3 things. So most people would choose a protein, so chicken or whatever. And then maybe you're going to choose salsa and, I don't know, cheese or something, or sour cream.
Right. Yeah.
And you get 3.
Yeah. That's a street
And
taco.
it's
Nice.
delish.
Love.
And do you know what they cost? Like, if you go to Chipotle, you need to remortgage your house.
Right. You're
It's
looking
like
at
$30 once
yes.
Lincoln starts doing his doubled proteins and
Oh my
stuff.
God,
He is
yeah.
a growing boy.
Yeah.
And it is pricey. And this is why, by the way, Chili's is having a resurgence.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about how Chili's is like the place now because it is basically the same price as Chipotle.
It
but
is.
without the attitude, and you get a server.
Right.
So I'm just saying, I was ahead of the curve on that one.
But the places where I've wanted to have the kids menu are always the places where I'm like, this is an insane fucking amount that they're charging for adult food. Like ski resorts. I always wanted to order off the kids menu at ski resorts. And there's it says on there, nobody over the age of 12 or 12 and under or whatever. And I'm too scared of getting in trouble.
Yeah, if it says on there, then I wouldn't do it.
Right?
It's that these places where you take it
to go.
out,
Yes,
because what are they going to do?
Yeah, when it's like just me in line and I'm like, I'll have the chicken fingers. And they're like,
Oh, but it's at a counter. You don't have a server?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would be like, it's for my
I should
son.
probably do that. I'm going to do that.
I would do the old over-the-shoulder thumb.
Yeah.
My
have a
my
kid.
child right there.
Right.
That you can't see because it's imaginary.
Right.
But you're right. Like, I feel like, and it's an amount of food that is enough for an adult.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's often why it's cheaper, is because it's the amount of food that they're putting less on the plate, so the price matches the amount of food.
But if you do like at McDonald's, if you did piecemeal, like a cheeseburger, small fry, and a small drink, it is more than if you get a Happy Meal, which also includes
also no toy. Right.
And
but
like,
what you're
usually
really
something else.
saving, they're giving you a discount because they are advertising to your child. Your child is becoming is then
the
influenced.
product.
Yes. Yes.
Well, and they're assuming the parent is going to buy
Right.
an adult meal.
Right. Correct. Which you are not. I'm pro. I say just eat those kids' meals. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what I say. I love it. Fuck
But
them.
what you can't do is you can't be like, I'd like the kids' cheeseburger, add lettuce, add tomato,
like that.
don't do that. Now
Don't
you're
do
being an
that.
asshole.
Now you're being an asshole.
Just as it comes. You do not get to make substitutions or changes if you're ordering off the
No
kids menu.
caveats.
Yes, that is my hard and fast rule.
I agree with you, Sarah.
Okay.
This is a really important ethical rule.
Right. Where's the
And
line?
a few people are
Where's the
doing
line?
the old, and especially all those TikToks like, here's a hack, order a Big Mac and then get and they have like all these like special workarounds to get
Right.
$1 off. Fuck
Right.
you. This person's working for $3 an hour.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad we talked about that. I'll tell you another thing we need to talk about, and that's that BetterHelp sponsors this show.
Oh, and we're so glad they do. We're so glad that BetterHelp is just available for people who need help and who doesn't these days.
Yeah, that's 100% of people.
That's everybody.
And we love them, and they have qualified therapists who can help you with your problems, whatever they may be: stress, relationship, grief, whatever is on your plate. They have somebody that specializes in that, and you can sort of like narrow it down. Like, here's the type of person that I want: male, female, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter what your life looks like. We all need someone to talk to, and you know how we feel about therapy.
We love it.
We love it. And so you should give it a whirl. They have over 30,000 therapists. It's convenient. You can do it from your house, wherever you may be. It is the largest online therapy provider in the world. BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/braincandy. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/braincandy.
Yes.
Alrighty. Next up, I think I want to talk about whenever people look at an analog clock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They scientists want to see like how quickly they can tell time now, to see like how it's changing generationally. They found that 43% of those 18 to 29 said instantly. Oh, and it's significantly lower than the 59% of 30 to 44-year-olds.
Okay.
And 83% of 45 to 64-year-olds, and 95% of those 65 and up.
Interesting. Yeah.
And those those numbers are shifting downward.
Right. So the younger generations, as we move farther and farther away from an analog clock, are saying with less and less certainty that they can predict, they can tell time.
Yeah. So number one, does that matter? Like, are you concerned? And is this important? Or
It's interesting because there's something about a clock and the face of a clock and where we put when there are cognitive tests done, a clock is often used as a thing that determines our like where our mind is at, like where we put the numbers and how we see that. And so I don't know if it is, but then it's like they haven't been around for forever.
I know, like, I don't see it as being a big deal. But, like, there was a separate article in, I think, Wired, and it was about the death of handwriting.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Is it feels like it feels more like cursive than handwriting, though.
Oh, well, no, they're saying, like, these kids actually are kind of losing their handwriting, not just cursive.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary. That I do believe is there are consequences to.
That's
because
what they're
of
saying.
The amount of our brain that is activated from writing alone.
Yes.
That we really, really need to use that.
Yes, and the
It's
fine
like
motor
tools.
skills that it's not exactly about the writing itself.
No,
it's about
right.
the skill and, like you're saying, the way that your brain operates when you're doing something in that way.
Yeah.
That I don't see with the analog clock thing. That just feels almost, antiquated.
Yeah, I get that. And that's why I feel like it's more of like a cursive thing. But if there is that we could lose it. But if we lose writing, bad. No.
Yeah.
Can't have that. Can't have that.
That's right. And the clocks thing kind of feels like, and the cursive thing. It's like, okay, sure, it's nice if you know it, but I think we're doing a little too much thinking about these two things.
Do you ever, like, there are some, I mean, I'm lucky because I write pretty frequently for notes for, like, you know, my therapy sessions,
Yeah.
and I do a lot of, but if I go a little bit of time without writing, it really does feel like if you don't use it, you lose it thing.
Sarah, here's what I love about you.
Go on.
You're so dialed in, and that exact phrase was used in the article specifically because our alphabet is one thing, but Chinese characters are a whole another thing, and they are dealing with the same problem. Except at a far larger magnitude because there's so many more characters. And I never knew this. This is totally fascinating to me. The way that like Chinese phones and things work is that, like, you put in the particular Chinese characters that you want, and then it sort of like comes up with an autofill of like the one that, you know how it's like a bunch, oftentimes with the Chinese, I'm going to say it wrong, but a lot of things make up one Chinese character. So they'll put in like the recipe,
like a concept or something in a way.
And so they'll kind of put those things in, and then you can, I guess, pick from a bunch of things, like, so it's almost like more multiple choicey autofill.
I see.
And so, like, if they are left to just have to think of the character, they have what they call character amnesia.
Oh my gosh.
And that this has become a big problem because, of course, the more people use a device, the more character amnesia. And this is across the globe, not just there, but it's worse there because they have so many more characters. You know, I noticed with myself, like, the thing that you feel like, what's that word? That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
But if it were, what's that letter?
Right.
That's, like, problematic.
Oh gosh. Well, because all it is really a symbol, right? They that we are going to.
Yeah.
Well, this is how in like a million years we evolved to being a species that communicates with thought and like telepathically, because written language becomes obsolete or something like that.
Right. All right. We should wrap it up. But
man, so many things to think about.
I know. Incestual whales.
Right.
You know, Bill Bellichek's mental state.
I'll be keeping an eye on that for sure.
Great British Bakeoff.
Yeah.
And window seats.
I'm on to you. Planes.
Yeah, we see you. Yeah. We have such animosity for, like, the airline industry.
We're only human.
Yeah, because they are fucking it up and we're letting them.
Come on.
Anywho, don't forget, check out our patreon.com/braincandy if you want our reality TV content, and go to thebraincandypodcast.com if you want to sign up for our newsletter, which is a hoot and holler, and you should definitely do that because
definitely do that.
Doing the Lord's work there. And if you want to watch this, go to youtube.com /braincandy. I don't think, maybe it's Brain Candy Podcast. And you can watch it, or on Spotify, you can watch the video version. But we love you, and we thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Basketball game? Crushed it. And the day's just getting started. Now, kicking it with my crew. When I need a quick snack, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes pouches are always in the starting lineup. Made with real fruit and select electrolytes. And so tasty. From workouts to hangouts to whatever's next, I go with Go-Go Squeeze Active. Snag yours on your next store run. Available on Amazon.